On?
On.
On?
On.
On. That's right. So I had the dilemma, right? So we're teaching him manners. We're teaching him, please. When
Him is Valor, Ryan.
That is my son. Yeah, he's 20 months old.
It's a year and a half.
It's more than a year and a half, but not 2.
You just say it's a year and a half.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, people say that it's like X amount of months because there's certain milestones that like before, specifically before 18 months, they're not doing this. But after 18 months, they are doing this. So it's like an important developmental milestone that describes how old your kid is.
He's read the baby books.
I haven't. I just know that now from like talking to doctors and stuff. Because I was like, yeah, my kid's 24 months. No, your kid's fucking 2. Right?
Yeah.
Your kid is 2.
If you've ever said your kid is 36 months old, I want you to go to your garage.
Your kid
I want
is
you
3.
to find a length of very heavy rope or chain. Make a loop out of it.
And jump.
Yeah. Put it over your head. Don't do that. I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding. But don't fucking say that. Your kid's 3.
Yeah, exactly.
If your kid can talk, say what age he is.
Yeah, that's right.
Right?
My kid is almost 2. This is July. He turns 2 in October. So he can walk and talk and run and fucking climb everything.
Yeah, dude.
And fall off of everything, too,
Hell yeah.
FYI.
Yeah, I thought he was beating him with garden hose. Turns out he's just a kid.
He's just falling off the back of the couch and landing on his face. Yeah. So we were talking about, you and I were talking about results-oriented thinking, right?
Yeah.
And Valor doesn't understand the process yet. He just goes back to the same thing that has given him a desired result.
You like the cat where he hits the thing on the food bowl and the food comes out into the bowl.
Yeah, exactly. Right? There is a process to the cat learning that, but once that is a learned behavior, then it's a result. You just expect it, right? Yeah. I just did an episode of Ad Pop in the
They do Pavlov's dog. That's the thing.
Yeah, that's the thing. So we're teaching him manners, right? Please get you what you want. In his case, it's usually a slice of cheese.
Ooh.
Because he loves cheese.
I love cheese,
All
too.
kids love cheese, and he's just a big kid.
Yeah, I am. I really am.
And we're teaching him thank you when you get something that you want.
Excellent. That's a good one.
That's good, right? That's what you're supposed to do. I'm a good parent. Father of the year. Hashtag super dad. So, yeah. I had a moral dilemma the other day because it's like, well, fuck, what if when he learns to say please to get what he wants, I can't or I don't give him what he wants? Then he's like, what the fuck? I said please. Like, what more do you want from me? Like, and then it just like creates a complex. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm gonna use
he wants a sip of my gasoline beer, and he says please, and I say no, beer is for grown-ups, and he says, well, I said please, fuck you, right?
Well, then he learns like
life is unfair.
You learn that when you're a teenager. Okay, you gotta wait until like you get all the things, and then it's like Nah, bro,
No, I think you learn life is unfair when you get out of high school.
Really?
Any high schoolers out in CCONation?
Get out. Have you learned that life is unfair yet? And if you haven't, oh baby.
Yeah. You know what? you know what? I'm thinking of high schoolers I know that have had like extreme tragedy in their life. If you've learned that life is unfair in high school, that's probably very unfortunate, and I'm sorry. If you haven't learned that yet...
Why are you saying that to the camera and not me? I learned life was unfair in high school.
Yeah, but you didn't have, like, your mom didn't pass away or something. You know what I mean? Like, you didn't have that kind of tragedy. You probably, broke your arm, like, playing football.
Wrestling.
Right?
Yeah.
When you leave high school and you start going to, like, university or you get, like, a job... Oh boy, howdy, your boss doesn't give a fuck if you're late.
Wow, nobody gives a fuck about you, hey?
No.
That's not true. All the people that matter give a fuck about you. You learn to first you learn that life isn't fair.
And then you think everybody hates you and you hate yourself. And it's like,
then you learn that the people that matter give a shit. And the people that don't give a shit about you, they don't fucking matter.
Yeah, and then they just stop being your friends. You know, in high school you have like... Oh, fuck, sorry. I had lots of friends in high school. But you know how many high school friends I have now that like were my friends in high school? Like 2.
Yeah. me
one of them's my wife and one of them was the best man at my wedding and like that's it.
I have... My high school friends are...
You get friends left over from high school?
Yeah, no. One. I have one friend from high school. Just one.
Did you go to high school with Effie Smitty?
No.
Really?
Yeah, everybody thinks that I did. Before
F you, Smitty.
before Kyla, the girl that I dated for a long time, she went to high school with Smitty and F.U. Clayton and all these other guys.
Has Clayton ever gotten an FU?
No. F.U. Clayton, F.U. Smitty, F.U.
100%.
Toby. All those guys are people that I hang out with all the time. She actually thought that I went to high school with them because all of my friends went to high school with her, and I totally didn't.
What?
Yeah, she just thought I went there because
I assumed that you were always there.
Well, because
it's like the Berenstain Bears
exactly.
phenomenon. It's like, I just assumed that it was Berenstain Bears, but it's Berenstain.
Yeah. Just a bunch of names that nobody's gonna know, but like Smitty, Kyle, Toby, Clayton, Derek, all these people. Mike was another one. Like all these guys were all buddies.
Smelly Mike.
That
looks like what's his name?
Baron Corbin.
Yeah, that's so funny because they're both bald now too.
Yeah, and if they were the tight knit group in the high school that they went to, and I was in tight with all of them. So she just assumed for a long time that I went to school with her, and she just never met me. It was a big high school. You went to fucking PA high school.
I went
big
to
city high school.
Yeah, and I went to the biggest high school, and like
my graduating.
I just assumed that you were my friend because you were their friends, but you were like never around, or I thought you were around.
Well,
like, the fuck was she high all the time?
Well, yes, but she wasn't. She wasn't.
It's legal here now, by the way.
She wasn't friends with them. They weren't like tight. They just knew of each other.
Okay. Yeah, that's how that works. Okay.
But it's a whole thing. Like, the point is,
that's the thing.
Like, as you age, you'll eventually hit that point where you realize that life just totally sucks. But it doesn't.
Nah, okay.
And the people that matter are the people who are still in your life that care about how you're doing. And you'll eventually figure out who those people actually are. And it's going to make your life way better.
You know what was awesome? When I stopped thinking about... Like, when I stopped... I don't know. I don't want to say I stopped caring about people. That sounds bad, right? But when I stopped caring about, like, maintaining relationships with people that I just had nothing in common with or never saw, and it's just like, our interests are
not the same,
heading in opposite directions, and our education or our background or our interests are just veering off in different directions. It's like, there's nothing against those people.
No.
But it's so much easier to just not maintain a relationship because relationships are work. Like, they all are.
They're hard. Right? Maintaining a relationship as an adult is hard.
And you know what? The people that you honestly care about, and the people that honestly care about you, the people that have the same interest as you do, those are the people that you want to maintain a relationship with, right?
Absolutely.
Right? And you have to sometimes work. But that's fine because it's the juice is worth the squeeze.
Yeah, like we see each other like I would say you're my best friend.
Really?
I would say that.
You're like my fourth best friend. Just kidding.
and we see each other like how often do we
see each other like, at minimum 3 times a week. Once to record, once to play F or EDH with the Dude Bros, and once at EDH&M.
Yeah.
And I don't even talk to you at EDH&M. I just snub you. You're like, hey, Ryan. I'm like...
Yeah, it's like, hey, dude, this guy's playing his first Skull Clamp. That's fucking rad. Yeah, and then you say, this guy's fucking playing Grenko too, man. It's like, yeah, that's awesome.
I'm going to kill him.
I don't care. Like, it barely counts. But like when you're younger, you see these people who have these deep, lifelong relationships with every day.
You see people at school every day.
And when you don't see them every day, you really realize, like, do I really give a shit?
Yeah.
And it's not that you don't. It doesn't make you a bad person. It doesn't mean you were never really real friends. It just
you know what? My college roommate, we were really good friends in high school. We moved in together, and his girlfriend and I just didn't really jive that well, and I moved upstairs in the house. He moved downstairs. He ended up moving out to live with her, and once that happened, it was just like, oh, well, I guess we kind of grew apart. You know what I mean? It's like, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah. And you know what I heard the other day? Like, my wife's mom told me that she read an obituary and it was his dad. And it's like, God damn, I don't even see him often enough to be like,
I'm sorry your dad died.
I'm sorry your dad passed away, because it's like, I don't want to be that guy that's like just talking to him, you know,
Yeah.
because he thinks I feel bad for him, you know what I mean? So it's better just to not say anything.
Yeah. It's weird.
Which is kind of...
The relationships you form in your life.
That's a thing.
It's crazy.
Right? And you know what's funny? To bring this all...
Do we bring it back to magic?
To ground it all, right?
No.
To ground it all, we are a Commander channel.
Yeah.
I met this guy,
In my dining room.
No, not even. On the floor of Collector's Lane, looking at Commons from Lorwyn in 2007. And you snubbed me.
Yeah, I did.
It's fine. Oops. It's fine. He ended up being like one of my groomsmen at my wedding.
Yeah, it was awesome.
It's fine.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, I walked down the aisle with his sister. I'm not going to walk down the aisle with his sister next
I thought you were going to say, I'm not going to walk down his sister's aisle. Don't Google that.
I'm not going to say anything about that, but, you know.
I don't know, dude. Her husband's jacked.
Hey, man, I didn't say nothing.
Let's get out of here. This gasoline beer is empty.
Yeah,
We have a bunch more packs to open, so stay tuned later this week, next week. I don't know when the video's coming out, but we got some cracks to pack.
I love it. And that's true. That's not legal here yet, but we got it.
Cracks to pack. Oh, man.
Don't Google it. We'll see you soon.
Cracks to pack.